Hey guys, Tarp here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Belgorod. Playing today, spawning on the left, we have Mr.Nobody playing as Soviets, immediately going for NKVD. Teaming up with him is Brosras, also Soviets, who has Guard Buff, Combined Arms, Shock Army, and Counterattack. From the right, we have Bissonnette as OKW, who has Fortifications, Special Operations, and Breakthrough. And finally, Polish Troll as Ostheer, who has Jaeger Armor, Lightning War, and Mechanized Assault. Allies are an arranged team, rank 60-ish. Axis random team, I think Bissonnette around in the 20s, Polish Troll around 60, I think 60, 70, something like that. Okay, Bissonnette with the early tech truck out. Very early tech truck indeed. Conscript into penal start from Mr.Nobody. Is on the side of the OKW player, so N3A1 would be pretty effective. Looks like he's not getting it though. Just going into more and more penals. Bad range for penals, and it looks like they're on the wrong side of the bush as well, so they're not really benefiting from cover. Comes the other Volkskrieger squad. Guys move a little bit further back. Interesting engagement. Push on to the cutoff region. In fact, it's double tier 1 actually. Brosras looking for the more normal style with 2 combat engineers. And there we go. Sternpie is wrapping around the long way, coming in on the rear. It's always tough with those penals. Looks like they got merged into a couple times. With those bushes, like, always end up on the wrong side of cover with those bushes. Might get like 2 or 3 moles of your squad behind and the rest are in front. Can be pretty annoying. Combat engineers slowly doing some damage to the MG42. Could stand right on the edge of the capture circle. There are 2 crawlers there, so MG does have some sight. Probably would need to kill those if he wants to try and cap. Safely, you can maybe do it like right on the edge like he's doing now. Got some AoE suppression, but they'll wear off very fast. But overall, good engagement in the south there for Bissonnette with the strong cover positions. I feel like Mr.Nobody making a mistake not going for an N3A1. I feel like it's a real highlight of going tier 1 against OKW. And would have been very effective at pushing those units out of cover, forcing Bissonnette off. Instead, he ended up losing those engagements instead. You see Bissonnette going for double machine guns as well. The M3A1 would be quite nice against those, but Nobody does have the option of going for some penals. I mean, for some snipers. So maybe we'll see those to help counter the machine guns. Because double machine guns, especially on a map like this, I feel, you know, getting machine gun covering here and here is going to be very hard for Mr.Nobody to outmaneuver with flanks. Better just go for the safer head-on option, and probably through the radio intercept has heard Bissonnette what kind of tech options he's gone for. Knows that he doesn't have to worry about a looks coming and chasing down a sniper. At the moment, no tech down for Polish Troll either. So sniper will be pretty safe even at this timing, and can always upgrade one of these penals with the P-Terraces. Just keep it right next to the sniper at all times. I was wondering what was going on with that machine gun. Finally starts firing. Good push onto the cutoff over here. So definitely a tough start for the Allies. Probably not performing as well as they should have, given Bissonnette's rather slow start. Brosras rolling this into shock troops, interesting. He's locked into shock army. Incendiary grenade out. Penal's on the run, but so is the MG34 in the center. The MG42 coming in to set up a little bit further back. Penal's dodging out to the side though. And they do clear the arc before it fires. We have some grenadiers coming in. MG maybe going to try jump back into the building. Penal's can threaten the satchel though, so they can't afford to get in the building. Otherwise the satchel will knock them out. Penal's clear the arc again. Conscripts moving behind the heavy cover. Sternpire should have closed the distance on them there. Not sure where this machine gun's going for Bissonnette at the moment. And Brosras making a pretty effective push right now, getting a lot of territory, jumping on top of these cutoffs. There go the Sternpires. Penal's forcing away one machine gun. Gotta be careful, he's just right clicked on the capture circle. It's going to provide some sight to the other machine gun. Does end up suppressing. So Mr. Nobody is making pretty good use of the conscripts to merge into the penals. Keeping them healthy for cheaper. Ooh, what was that? Maybe a rifle nade onto the mine? Don't think it killed anything. 222 out now for Polish Troll. Maybe a touch late. This timing was a bit slow getting the tier 2 tech structure down, which probably explains a lot of it. And no sweepers yet for Polish Troll on that Pio, so a little bit of a mistake, I feel. Just spent some unis on something. PTRSs. Pushing back the 222. Truck troops advancing. A lot of damage onto that 222, really limited by the PTRSs. And we've got the Commissar out now from Mr. Nobody. Gone for a Maxim as well. Interesting to see a side tick to tier 2. For a second I was like, hold on, does this have the weapon drop like Reserve Army? No. Good flank here by the combat engineers. Threading the needle between those two machine guns. Getting to work with that flamethrower. Sternpires are down here. They spot a mine. Want to complete the decapture on the VP first before sweeping it up though. Seems like the allies are starting to push back now. The tier 3 coming up for Brosras, very close to that T70. Doing that at a reasonable timing. Sherpanzer headquarters up for Bissonnette. Slightly forwards of the base. So 152mm artillery isn't devastating against base structures, so should be relatively safe at that position. 2 back up to full strength, heading to the north. The PTR is penal from Mr. Nobody up here, however. And probably shouldn't have allowed the 222 to drive in on the PTRS squad like that. Given the 222's sight range. Took some extra damage as a result. Yeah, Polish Troll. One thing you really have to watch as Ostheer is, you've got to spend your munitions basically as soon as you get it. Probably want to have at least, one Faust with munitions on hand at all times, just in case you get rushed by a light vehicle. But apart from that, you should be spending through your munis. Otherwise, you're missing out on a lot of potential firepower. And there we go, upgrading 2 LMG 42s now. Oh, wow. PTRS comes in from the side and knocks out that 222 really fast. Back in a nice position. T70 driving out to the side. Second shot missing. Back under some pressure now.
securing our territory.
Quite low in health. Kind of needs to go back to base to heal, honestly, even though it's still at 4 models. Get decrewed very quickly. Good news is Brosras has upgraded 2 squads with PTRSs, so big drop in the anti-infantry of the penals. Buffnate onto the door, but Brosras stays inside and works out quite nicely for him. Pack connected. Oh, and so did the Raketin. Good thing you repaired that up a decent amount, otherwise that would have been dead right there. Close call for Brosras. Nearly losing that T-70 almost immediately. Combat engineers not quite going around the long way. This is suppressed though, so it takes a long time to fire. Ends up getting forced away. So fresh squad of shock troops. Don't have any veterancy. He does have a 120mm mortar. In fact, double 120mm mortars now, Brosras. Double overs coming in for Bissonnette. No commander section for either of the Axis players so far. Mortar under fire. Really just getting out of there before they start dying to that T-70. I think that was a well-timed retreat. T-70 heading to the north. Pack very low on health. Unable to assist up there, and this is kind of clumped up on the light cover. Looks like Brosras actually just going to go into the circle to capture the point while repairing. Seeing that T-70 up there on low though, that would actually do a huge amount of damage. And has to retreat before the point is captured. Good timing as well. That mortar shell would have done a lot of damage otherwise. Mortar shell slamming down. Good connections on the Raketin. Maxim doing well though in the head-to-head. Officer, Commissar into the retreat. Trying to target the retreat path, but a little bit too far to the south. I think there was an opportunity to get the decrew if that squad just stayed there and shot at the machine gun. Wouldn't have been able to steal it away though. But maybe... Mr.Nobody didn't have enough munitions. I was going to say maybe he could drop the fair propaganda, try force the retreat on the other machine gun, and then go for the steal, but no munitions for that kind of maneuver. Troops hitting Vet 1 now. Interesting. Only 2 kills. Did he lose a squad of shock troops in? No. Slow to Vet. Felt like they did a pretty good push earlier. Thought they would have been higher ranked by now. Grenades exchanged. Reasonable dodges. Seems like Bissonnette coming off ahead and has locked into fortifications now. Interesting choice. Okay, has already got the Panzer authorization unlocked. So very close to a medium tank now. And Mr.Nobody does not have a ZIS. Brosras does not have tier 2 tech down, so this Panzer IV for Bissonnette looking to be quite strong. Same story for Polish Troll. Gets the Panzer IV in the works. Looks like the Axis are about to hit a very strong timing. And already feels like they've been slightly ahead in terms of territory control for most of the match. Bit 2 on that T-70s. Performing well. Fuel cache down for Mr.Nobody. Has already got his tier 4 tech up. Maybe saving for the KV-8. Unsure about that one. Maybe, you know, if he was going to go for the KV-8, I think fuel cache is the wrong way to go about it. But Get that Panzer IV completion on the radio intercept. Oof, I think he needed to build a Zis. He wants to go for KV8 for some support, but there we go. Heavy mortars striking hard, getting the wipe. Not much Polish troll could do about that. 2 shells landing in quick succession, offering almost no opportunity to dodge. Grenade out. Oh, no dodge. Returning the favor there. Polish troll getting the wipe. Here comes the Panzer IV now. Going for the shock troops first off. MG upgrade about to pop. Second anti-tank gun for Bissonnette. PTRS on the ground there. T-70 on the move. Panzer IV spots it. Chasing in. Here come the PTRS squads. Oh, and I heard a machine gun get decrewed by the double heavy mortars. Panzer IV can still do some damage to these penals, doesn't have to be that cautious. He's reasonably sturdy armor, as long as he doesn't allow a sticky satchel to come through, it should be alright. Maybe he doesn't want to take them on 2-on-1 though. To be stationary for these shots though, if possible. Keeps moving while the tank's about to shoot. Not having much luck with that Panzer IV. T-70 coming through. Brosras really fast on the repairs. Panzer IV coming in again. Pretty safe to do some damage, given that the double PTRS has just retreated, so might as well. And there is the KV8 down the south. Looks like Bissonnette going for the howitzer first instead of building a tank, which I think is a mistake. And getting punished for that a bit. We do have a Raketa on the field coming in from the middle now. Okay, yeah, Mr.Nobody getting a bit of work done with that KV8. Getting a lot of territory. Maybe do with a couple of mines to keep that howitzer safe. Pretty close to a Panther Bissonnette, so maybe that's the plan. It's probably a good option against the KV8 as well. It's quite low in health though. Okay, going for a barrage into the heavy mortar zone perhaps. Looks like they've relocated though. 0 kills on that howitzer. Oh, big satchel charge. There goes the Raketen. Could switch over to the 45mm gun and finish the job on that, but Mr.Nobody backing off of the KV8. T-3485 in the north. Double packs in a good position. But, oh, I think that was a mistake. I don't think there was any chance those double packs were going to back away safely from that. I think they just need to stay still. Hope to fire off another volley of 2 shots. Maybe kill the T-3485. Comes the Stug though. Maybe that can finish the job. Panzer IV having to get out of there. Those PTRSs are doing enough damage. Stug missing a crucial shot. And oh boy, Polish Troll losing both the anti-tank guns. PTRS is trying to finish the job, and they managed to do so just before the bundle grenade comes through, forcing them away. Ooh, those heavy mortars, they are hitting hard for Brosras. 8 kills and 12 kills. Good timing on that push, you know, the heavy mortar shells were landing, the tanks were pushing in, the infantry was pushing in, catching those anti-tank guns without much protection, and they went down fast. I can understand Polish Troll trying to back away there, but I think, yeah, just sitting still, trying to get another volley of shots off was the way to go. A lot of repairs required, but we do have double pies with the sweepers, so it shouldn't take too long. KV8 still needs some repairs though for Mr.Nobody. Actually, he's getting quite close to resources for another tank. Maybe going to be the Su-85. Is indeed the Panther for Bissonnette. Right, Sternpower's back at base. Might want to send those forwards with the sweepers before progressing any further. Have to worry about those mines. Don't want to just lose your Panther immediately. But this machine gun has done a really good job of just holding on to this VP. Nice little mine there as well, protecting the flank somewhat. Good setup from Mr.Nobody. We built on the Grenadiers for Polish Troll. Panther missing. Here come PTRSs, both of them upgrade for Mr.Nobody now as well. And they can be quite annoying with your Panther. You just can't really do enough damage to force them away quickly. End up taking enough damage. Panther now teaming up with the Stug, maybe going hunting for some damage on this KV-8. Good connection. Howitzer. Okay. So that's a Pack 43 going up. Okay, quite a defensive position on that. We'll shut down any KV-8 dives for sure, but don't know if it's going to be very relevant all the way back there, honestly. This comp is well spaced out. Grenade not super effective. But now triple cap by the Allies. What a impressive fight back from them, largely on the back of Polish Troll losing, squad to the heavy mortars, the double anti-tank guns. Makes us have to take a pretty big backward step. So far, I feel like the KV-8 probably should have been slightly better contained than it has been. Chusha from Mr.Nobody didn't hit anything there. Seems like it was reasonably targeted, but not really connecting.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Okay, there we go. Flank coming in. Here goes the machine gun, opening up the capture down the south. We need to be... Okay, here we go. Here comes the Panther now. Bringing the Panther along and bringing the sweepers. Nice. Turns the sweeping on. KV-8 isolated. Dropping... Wow, dropping zeroing artillery. Gets the snare off on the KV-8 as well. Here come the PTRS squads. Sternpires need to switch over to non-sweeper mode. But doesn't want to chase in with the Panther. PTRS is there. 2 sticky satchels. Could be the end of that Panther. Double Ogres coming in from the side. Zeroing artillery starting to ramp up. Some fair propaganda coming in now. Ogres dodging away from that. Oh, wow. Thought they got far enough away, but no, both of them. This one getting insta-retreated. This one getting pinned, so... Sneak getting out of there. Close call, but the KV-8 does survive. Kills now for the Howitzer, starting to get something going. Oh, wow. What happened over here? Polish Troll, did he make a dive? T-34, 85 and Katyusha dead. I apologize for missing that. I imagine it happened during the action down the south. Oh boy, that was a big push. One vehicle's destroyed on the Panzer IV. That's mine. And one vehicle destroyed on the Stug. Well done by Polish Troll. Second P Green squad coming in has locked into Lightning War. Maybe see the planes in the not too distant future. A lot of mines down for Brosras though. Still has plenty of munitions as well. This is, as I said, not the best artillery, so doesn't need to save his munitions to try and use it like you would maybe for P-47s. like that.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Panther getting chased down now by the fresh SR-85 of Mr. Nobody. Does also have anti-tank Overwatch ready to rumble. Comes SR-85. Others dodging back away from the heavy mortar shells. Draining from the allies again, but very even at the moment in that department. They're getting forced back. Double overs now being roasted. Panzer IV coming in on the rear of the SR-85. Oh, but a bit of phase through. Oh no, heartbreaker for the Panzer IV. Didn't hit stop in the nick of time, and then missing a crucial shot. Popping the blitz though. Looking to circle around the back. Here come the penals. Panzer IV needs to land another shot. Oh, instant detonation of the satchel somehow. Suicidal penals right there. Panther, oh, he blitzed into assist. And now trying to get out. Engine damage, but the PTRS is not coming after that. Taking the kill on the Panzer IV instead. Also facing this direction, hoping to catch some of the units in the area. No luck so far though. SR-85 going hunting for this Panther. The Kitten's back at base. There's not really much to stop it from chasing in further. Clear propaganda forcing away the machine gun. Flak base shutting down the penals from advancing. And it looks like SR-85 going to settle for the kill on the mechanized truck. Throwing off a satchel. Dropping in some 152mm artillery. Just out of range of that Pak 43. Which might take a tiny bit of collateral damage here. There goes the mechanized truck for Bissonnette. Well, it's a pretty aggressive positioning on it. Pretty effective attack from Brosras. Okay, KV-8 returning to the front line. Panther just about ready to go. Stood back into the center as well. So far, pretty impressive for how well the Allies have done without any anti-tank guns. KV-8 still on the 45mm gun mode, so most effective against the infantry. Needs to switch back over to the flamethrower. Fresh PTRS penal squad for Mr. Nobody, making up for that earlier loss. In fact, he's gone for 2 of them. I feel like the issue with Mr. Nobody's build at the moment is he doesn't have anything to really kill infantry. It's the issue with the KV-8. Does a lot of health damage, but often doesn't get those mortar wipes to really apply manpower bleed to your opponent. And PTRS penals also going to struggle to do that, so Bissonnette should be doing pretty well in the KD department. Indeed he is. So the Pak 43 did get another shot on something though. It hit that one. So just barraging into the center. Might be able to force a couple of units here back into that barrage. Once again, still on the 45mm mode. This tank gun holds its line, but eventually has to retreat. So does the Panther. Should coming through the center though. We have a lot of PTRSs lying around. Oh, but that's a Tiger now for Polish Troll. They'll blast through the health on those penals quite quickly. Trying to charge in for the satchel. SR-85 blasting away from long range. Oh, that was a Pak 43. Oh! I thought they might be too defensive, but the SR-85 coming forwards getting aggressive, and there it goes. 2 shot by that Pack 43, big damage. To vet 2 now. Ball's Troll caught in the planes just to seal the deal on that SU-85. Wasn't necessary though. Well done. Without that SU-85, that allows the Panther to just be so much more effective for Bissonnette. Good castle grenade on the machine gun. Come the penals though. Stug, oh, getting quite close. Getting away. Mixing away. Good decrew there by the stern pyros. Commissar getting out of there as well. LMG shock troops, don't see that too often. Keeping pointing towards the centre. And does actually find the T-3485 for 2 shots as well. Rebuild on the SU-85 for Brosras, same story for Mr.Nobody. Which is on focus sight mode at the moment. Down the south, still so tight on the victory points. Such an even match between these 2 teams at the moment. Oh, KV8 slightly overextending. Would have been very close to Pack 43 range there as well if it was facing the right direction. What's that Tiger doing? 8 kills so far. T-70 just being used almost exclusively on recon mode. Stug coming through. Some damage onto the SU-85, which is also on focus sight mode, moving back very slowly. Tiger decides to give up the chase. His heavy mortars still working, 15 and 6 kills. Oh. Well done there from Bissonnette, no panic, didn't hit retreat, which causes the Raketen to spin around. Oh. Just backed away calmly, as you saw in my micro tips. It's actually faster than hitting retreat. I demonstrated that against the AVRE. And on top of that, your Raketen stays on the front lines. Especially when it's healthy like that, that's a real benefit. Oh, that's good KV8 damage from the side, but Pack 43 is there. Oh, target weak point. Raketen maybe doesn't have sight though. Oh boy! Out of range, but I guess that was an attack round from Bissonnette. Catch you later. Pack 43 from this position, I was doubting it, but it might be the most valuable unit of the game so far. SU-85 and KV8 kill now. The rovers coming in from the side. Doing their best. Howitzer out the back. There goes a heavy mortar. 20 kills on that howitzer all of a sudden. Stuck on 6 for quite some time. Here come double Stugs from the north. Oh, this could be lethal. Just need one more shot to connect and they get it. Well done by Polish Troll. Nice angle coming in from the north, catching Brosras off guard. Maybe T-70's sight was blocked from that angle. And that was really effective. Got some shenanigans going down the bottom. Mr.Nobody with the SU-85s in a tough position against this Panther, which is using its turrets to its advantage at the moment. And they're sending the infantry down there to try to finish them off. Terrorist squad's also heading down there, and so is the Tiger now. WH-35s. There is a nice channel for them to back away quite safely. Don't have to come back into the center, so do get away cleanly. Was that a dead penal maybe? Yeah, 2 of them not too long ago. Now it's just down to 1. So yeah, I think that's a dead penal. Big shot from the Tiger. Catch you later.
Awaiting orders. The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Seems like the Axis are quite far ahead now. You can see Bissonnette locked at 100 pop cap. Full size army. Polish troll around 80. Both the Allies in the mid 60s. Just too many vehicular losses from them. Not really getting any kills in return. They're approaching Vet 3 now. WSU-85s from Brosras. Still haven't seen a good anti-tank Overwatch, I don't think, so far this match. Haven't really seen many T-34-76s either, which generally combine with that. Maybe in these like more late game scenarios, this is where the penals are starting to show their weakness. Not able to get those kills. Starting to bleed a lot of manpower. Tiger coming back in. We've got double SU-85s over here. Okay, Polish troll dropping in the plains. Tiger getting aggressive. So the double Stugs. Tiger missing a crucial shot. Plains targeting this SU-85. I think it would survive one more tank shot. Here come the Stugs. They're continuing around the corner. Oh, wow. I have to say, that was pretty good luck for Polish troll to hit that many moving shots with those Stugs. Brosras just need to stop here, and here we go. Finish off with 1 Stug, but overall, good trade. 2 of those SU-85s down right there. Good attack overall from Polish troll, well timed as well. The SU-85s from Mr.Nobody unable to really assist too much. Taking out back for repairs. Allies starting to get a little bit desperate on the victory points now as well. Triple cap running against them. They're up in the north. PTRS squad's getting quite aggressive, but the Tiger just about back up to full strength and come over and start to dish out the pain again. There goes that fuel cache. Grenade out. Mr.Nobody was watching carefully though. Dodges that nicely. T-70 coming down, hoping to catch this over on retreat. Maybe if he got a good shot with that first hit, he would have chased in there, but saw that the wipe wasn't going to happen. Didn't want to risk diving in any further for no real gain. And mine down here as well for Bissonnette. Looks like the troops in the north also forced away. Pressure really mounting on the Allies. Looks like the T-70s maybe going to go in secure mode. Go for the capture perhaps. Panther still getting repaired. Bissonnette, since his pop cap, might as well rebuild the mechanized truck, and that's what's about to happen. Good idea. Points are draining really fast from the Allies, though they're about to tick under 100. T-70 is going hunting, maybe hoping to get out the back, drop some artillery down, but the Panther maybe heard it in the fog of war or something. Denies it the opportunity. Not a bad idea from Brosras though. Do have a Werfer out now for Polish troll as well. Building the Stug again, which is quite nice. Quite a lot of success with those Stugs, honestly. This one up to Vet 3 now. KV-8 double SU-85s in the south. Good damage onto the Panther. Your squad's in some trouble. KV8 coming forwards again. Putting some fair propaganda down as well. Everything on the retreat. This could be an opportunity for Mr.Nobody to make a push. Brosras on secure mode, try and do the capping. With a strike. Not hitting anything, but was in the right area. Slightly off to the side of the combat engineers repairing and maybe expecting something to be capping here, but it was actually the T-70 on the other side of the circle. Not a bad attempt though. W35 is migrating towards the center, hoping to deal with that Tiger. Double Stugs are there though. We've got a lot of PTRSs here as well. Can't need that T-70 to force back these penal squads though. Brosras dropping in his artillery, looking to clear off the center. Oh, didn't quite manage to get the decap there. Artillery hammering down. There goes the machine gun. Squad capping now again. It's like entirely conscripts. It says it's a penal squad, but I don't think I see a single penal model in that entire squad. Axis going for the decap in the south. Satchel on the Panther. W35's charging forwards, looking for the kill. Tiger coming back in. Stugs in the north at the moment, occupied. But the W35's get cold feet. Don't chase in any further. They just need one more shot on the Panther, but they're worried about that Pack 43. Take care of the Stug coming back the other way. Somehow Brosras not running over that Telemine there. Tiger blitzing away to safety. W35's though doing a good job of stopping just slightly short of that Pack 43. Avoiding the damage. Shock troops into the center now. Allies very low on VPs. But they do stop the drain. Shame that they couldn't knock out that Panther. That would have been a big deal, even though Bissonnette could instantly rebuild it. There's a lot of vet on that. Brosras does find an opportunity though to drop that artillery. Let's see if that manages to knock out the Pack 43. No, barely even scratches it. Doesn't even do half weapon health. God. That sucks so much, dude. Oh man. Oh, that's nasty damage. Look at that KV8 go. Getting very, very low. There it goes. Nice decrew from Mr.Nobody. W35's trying to come in from the side here. Worth a strike, clearing off a couple penal squads though. W35's not on focus sight, spinning around a bit. Pickering's capping the north. Here goes the T-3485. Forcing them back. If it did fire, I only got one kill though. After a bad start with that. KV8 getting quite far forwards. Mr.Nobody. Maybe he thinks that they killed the Pack 43. Definitely wasn't the case. And it's very highly vetted now as well. Attack ground this time missing. Stuck in some trouble, W35s. Oh, and they do not miss. Well done by Mr.Nobody. Stug picked off a little bit too aggressive by Pole's Troll. As Zeroing artillery down, and behind that Bissonnette making a bit of a push. Forcing away the heavy mortar teams. A lot of repairs required, but we do have double high vet combat engineers there for it, so should be pretty fast. Brosras also requiring quite a lot of repairs, and that could allow the Axis to jump back on these VPs. Axis still quite far in the lead, but they're also getting to the danger zone. Okay, Polish Troll switching over to a Panther, giving up on the Stugs. This time the artillery actually doing a lot. Polish Troll not really dodging out of the area. There's quite a few models, has to retreat most of his infantry from that. Oh, Howie out the back though. Pretty good angle, up to 26 kills. Not incredible, but a steady performer throughout the match. 43, meanwhile, Vet 5. Doesn't even gain a Vet 4. Increased damage, okay. And increased range.
We have been reduced to 25 points. Failure is not rewarded.
Yeah, with a bit of a drive-by. Ober's hanging on by a thread. One more bullet, but I think the smoke covering their retreat path. Bit worth a strike. That one a lot more successful. 2 kills, did a lot of health damage though. Don't have to be super scared of the Commissar. Doesn't have the sticky satchel like the Penals do. Maybe worried about it given the PTRS indicator. Senior grenade out. 2 minutes to complete the decapture. Points draining against the Allies down to 20. Axis in the center as well. Big close range Katyusha barrage. Dodging forwards. Oh! Just about to get to safety, but that rocket, pinpoint accurate. Knocks out the last of that Sternfire squad. It's very low on health as well from the double Su-85s. Seems like the Allies are starting to grind their way back into this one, honestly. Army sizes now, maybe they're ever so slightly ahead. 10 points though, it's not much to work with. Tiger charging in. I thought he might pop the blitz. That Zis hanging on by a thread. Just a little bit of machine gun fire would have taken care of it. Decides to back off. Looking for the capture in the north. Bit of a mine there for Brosras though. Panther missing. Driving forwards into the mine. Zis doesn't end up retreating. Setting up on a very low amount of health. And pinning that Panther as well a couple times. Panther just keeps missing right now. Dropping in the anti-tank overwatch in the north. Double PTRS squad's coming around. This could be the end of the Panther. Polish Troll dropping in the plains, but I don't think they managed to lock on to anything. Brosras' tank's getting away safe. PTRS is coming through, looking to finish the job on the Panther. Oh boy. Take Overwatch actually further down than I was expecting, doing a lot of damage to the Tiger here. Oh, a lot of damage to it. Gets into the safe zone. Yeah, I don't think Brosras lost anything to that activation before. Infantry active, but hasn't got a squad from it yet. Brosras back on the capture. A lot of damage on these allied tanks, but they've forced the Axis right the way back. And they're getting the points going the other way again. Mr.Nobody right at the pop cap limit. Built up a large army. And then the fear propaganda. Just not trying to split away from it. It's caught on the edge with those two squads though. Comes the T-70. Oh, but here we got Bissonnette now with the King Tiger and a Jagdpanzer, as well as that highly vetted Panther. That is a lot of firepower. Tiger back up to full strength as well. Worth a rate of fire. Here it goes. Looks like into the center. So nobody dodging away from it though. Well done. Didn't take any damage. Might take some damage from this KT though. W35 is a little bit further back. Panzer advancing. Panzer 4 for Polish Troll. Tiger versus the double 85s in the north. This spins around. Couple hits on that. Su-85's advancing through the center. Oh, sticky satchel on the KT. It's not enough though. Needs some extra damage. Sticky satchel alone not enough to knock it out. Oh, Bissonnette not paying attention. Uh-oh. Satchel onto the Jagdpanzer. What's Bissonnette doing? Microing the Panther down the bottom, clearing off the VP, not paying attention to the Jagdpanzer. Luckily the Su-85s rotate to the Panther down the south instead of pushing through the center. Maybe worried about running into that Pack 43 there. We might have been able to knock that out though. Just need one hit without losing something to that pack. KV-8 down the bottom, forcing back the Obers. Panther blitzes away to safety. KT charging through the center. W35s are in the south, so not much to stop it up here. Tiger also getting a lot of work done. Looks like Brosras. Oh. Chisha, a little bit sloppy. Lost his this was what I was about to say. And on the back of that, the Axis do manage to cap the points and close out the game. Tough when you're that low on VPs. You just have to overreact to almost anything, you know. Very easy to just lose. And I think Mr.Nobody rotating both the Su-85s to the south to deal with that Panther left them too exposed in the center. And the double big boys able to close it out. GG though. Good game. Axis ahead for a decent chunk, but the Allies really made it competitive from around 35 minutes onwards. That was a very tight finish. Just a couple too many vehicle losses. Pretty impressive stuff by Polish Troll. Those double Stug pushes a joy to watch. And I feel like he did get pretty lucky with them, you know, firing on the move for a lot of those shots and connecting. But hey, it's code 2 sometimes. Well, anyway, guys, a wrap on that. If you like a game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off to the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.